Let's bring in Hugh Dugan. He's a former special envoy for hostage affairs. And Major John Spencer. He's the chair of the Urban Warfare Studies at the Modern War Institute. John, what is it going to look like when this ground operation is underway?
It's going to look like hell on earth. I mean, you can't do the operation the IDF need to do to pry those Hamas terrorists out of the cities of Gaza without being extremely destructive. We're already seeing that, but it's going to be a really tough challenge for the IDF to face them deep buried in the tunnels and in the bunkers and the rubble. It's going to be really it's going to look like scorched earth, but the IDF follow the laws of war. It's just what happens in urban warfare.
How restrained is the Israeli army being? They're catching all this heat from the international press.
Yeah, that's the tactic of Hamas. Hamas is, if I teach urban warfare, I use Hamas as an example of using human shields, literally putting your people out to die in military targets so that way you can broadcast to the international media and cry for help. IDF is being extremely restrained. They're hitting military targets. I also teach what it takes to protect civilians. The IDF are telling the civilians to leave. They're calling buildings before they strike it. They're dropping leaflets. They're being restrained and following the law of war.
And when they go in, is this block by block, building by building? What does that look like from the eyes of a soldier on the ground?
It is the worst combat you could ever ask a soldier to do. Millions of firing points that they could face. And the enemy gets to pick when they shoot at you, but it's block by block, house by house. House bombs, snipers, underground bombs, RPGs from any direction. But there are a lot of challenges, but having studied other militaries, one military specifically designed for that is the IDF.
All right, Hugh, we believe there's 150 hostages that Hamas has. They're probably underground in the tunnels. We believe some of those hostages are Americans. What does this negotiation, if it is a negotiation at all, look like?
Well, we know that there are 600 Americans who live in Gaza. We're not sure exactly the number in the tunnels, or perhaps they're elsewhere. It would be very useful to know where they were, and that's a tactic that the Hamas will use against us by moving them around, perhaps, making it all the more difficult for us or the Israelis to launch any type of recovery effort.
So there's a strong chance that as the Israelis are pounding Gaza and as they move ground forces in, Hamas is moving some of these hostages into the front lines.
Well, one hopes that they realize that hostages are a live hostage is worth more to them than a dead one. And in all of our maneuvers and messaging, I hope that that message gets across, at least to maintain the life of these people, so that other developments might occur that could assist in their recovery.
What kind of leverage does Hamas have now that they have hostages, especially American hostages? Is this about money? Are they holding out for a truce? What exactly would their strategy be?
They're building their brand, unfortunately. This is well worth it to them to demonstrate their ability to invoke pain on Israelis. They set out this big dragnet to take hostages. One doesn't know if they targeted Americans or not, but indeed they did take Americans with them. The end result is one of publicity, unfortunately, for their cause, to create sympathy perhaps around the world. I think that's going to backfire. I think the state sponsors who are sponsoring Hamas may have lost control, and their proxies gone wild perhaps might make them think twice about what's going to happen on the ground and whether or not the Hamas are going to take it far too far for their sponsors to have anticipated.
Yeah, so these sponsors are basically waiting to see how things play out. They've already got a message sent by the U.S. military, that's for sure. John, last question. How delicate is a dance when you have hostages, you're not sure the intelligence of where they're located, in the middle of guerrilla warfare?
I mean, very delicate. And Hamas will use the hostages as shields again. But that won't stop the operation. Yeah, the more time you wait, the better time to get the hostages back. But the tunnels that they're hiding them in are the worst condition you could ever send. But I know some really highly specialized people that Hamas are about to meet.
All right. Well, I hope they meet him, and I hope they meet him soon. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.